What's going on, guys? So today we're talking about another episode of Dueling Book Commentary. I'm not sure what these guys are playing. We have Gargolo. He's got 462 rating and 369 experience. He's taking on Nico Fox. He's got 476 rating, 900 experience. Trying to avoid True Draco. Nico Fox is putting up his end of the bargain. I'm trying to avoid True Draco Zoo or regular True Draco, because I think like at least the last three Dueling Book commentaries have had one of those two archetypes in it, if not the mirror. Like, I try to get like competitive duels, and I feel like 476 and 462 should be a fairly competitive. Gargola just T-set and pass. Nico Fox has a 14 card extra deck. But either way, shouldn't be too bad. We see Preparation of Rites activate on Nico's side of the game, and he's going to go and get that Nekroz of Unicorn. We see a Kaleidoscope come down. So it says Nekroz. Nico Fox is running Nekroz. And we see a Herald of the Arc getting sent for the Unicorn to be summoned. And Herald's effect's going to activate. I honestly think Nekroz would be at the very least tier 1, if not better. They would be at the very least as good as they were back when they had everything at 3, if they had everything at 3. Because Shuret, Unicorn, Brio, they're all such really good cards. They don't even need the Jin card to come back, just those cards. If all those cards came back, I think this deck would be really fun and a lot. And worth the money it is. It's like, it's worth a lot of money, but it's just not nearly worth it, if that makes sense. It's worth it if you pull it and sell it, but it's not nearly worth it. We see a Dimensional Fissure come down. Now, back, I'm pretty sure this card kind of counters Nekroz a little bit, because you tribute, put cards in the graveyard. But anyway, what we're seeing is Twin Twister chained to Dimensional Fissure. I'm assuming it's chained because the cost, which was Heavy Infantry, was sent to the graveyard. So I'm assuming that's a chain. So D-Fissure is going down, and Nico Fox is banishing that card. And he's saying the cost. That's actually not true. That's actually not true. I'm not sure if Gargoyle is gonna. I'm not sure how much that actually matters. But I'm not sure if Gargoyle is going to fight that. But if you're chaining to Dimensional Fissure is not on the field yet, so its cost, you just send it to the graveyard for Twin Twister. But anyway, we see Unicorn attack into Mermail Abyssland. So this is the battle of the expensive decks that aren't that good. The expensive water decks that aren't worth what they're worth, if that makes sense. We just saw Abysteus get a reprint in BLLR, Battles of Legends, Light's Revenge. I hope Abyss Megalo gets a reprint soon. I hope Nekroz gets. I've always wanted to play Nekroz. Nekroz. It depends on who you ask how you say it. But I've always wanted to play it. And I've just never. I don't have the money to buy a tier 3 deck. That's that expensive. It's more expensive. It's probably more expensive than Zoo right now. The Megaton version, at least tomorrow. Anyway, we see the Abyssland summon on Abyss Megalo just directly. So Gargoyle isn't too far away. I think if he had Neptibus, he would have summoned it. Apparently Gargoyle is not running like the rank 4 spam version, which is the rank 4 spam version, summoning Bahamut Shark, yada yada yada. That version is not nearly as good anymore because of the link, because the extra deck zone. But we see Heavy Infantry getting sent with Abysteus. Infantry's effects activating to pop Nekroz Unicorn. Tejas' effect is activating. If it's summoned, you can add one level 4 lower Mermail monster. I don't know his effect because I never run enough. I don't run any targets. This is probably the best target, or the one you're just like the other one that's like when it's summoned, you can ditch to do something. I don't know. I don't know the Mermails that well. I know the Atlanteans really well. But Abyssgund is added. Abyssgund, Abyssland, and there's like one other one. It's not Marksman. Maybe it's Marksman. I don't know. There's another Mermail that's pretty good, other than these two. We see Abysteus get flipped face down. Dueling Book at its finest. And we see 1700 going through and 2400 going through. Maybe. I think Nico Fox might just be lagging or something. There's a reason. I can't think of any other reason why 2400 hasn't gone through. But anyway, we see Abyss Megalo and Abyss Teus get. Oh, what is it? What was the term? What did the term used to be? Oh, I mean, yeah, overlaid for an Xyz summon. Yeah, I think that's all it is. They build the overlay network. That's what it was. It's been so long since I've seen Zexal. That actually triggers me when that happens. When I assume that someone takes the battle damage and I just end my turn, and my opponent doesn't take the battle damage, then draws cards and acts like he wasn't supposed to take the battle damage. Like, that's cheating. Like, you understand that? But anyway, this is a pretty decent card against Nekroz, because Nekroz have one card that's a ritual monster that's under level 5. So while this card is face up on the field, level 5 or higher monsters cannot attack. And negate the effects of all monsters that are lower than his attack. I believe Trishula, which is a very good out to this card. That surprised me. I believe Trishula, which is a very good out to this card, has 2700 attack, so we could summon Trishula, activate Trishula effect, and chain Abyss Gaius, and that would negate its effect. But we're going to see a Shaddoll Fusion getting activated. Probably sending a Nekroz mod. That's actually interesting. The Foolish Burial effect of Shaddoll Fusion is pretty good, because Nekroz do have ways of not only ritual summoning from the graveyard, but also ritual summoning using monsters from the graveyard. But I don't remember the Water Shaddoll monster being very good. I think actually it might be the second best one. No, Shiganaga is the second best one, behind Winda, which they're both behind Construct, but Construct's banned. We see Hound gets sent. Hound. Why was Hound sent? If this card is sent to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one monster in the field. Maybe it's because he's going to use Falco's effect to summon Hound out. Maybe that's his plan. Because he also sent Falco with it. I thought we were going to see the Shaddoll Water monster. But alas, we're not. Hound is actually going to change the battle position of, yep, Biscayos. So I guess that's okay. I just think there's one that's like, if it's sent to the graveyard, I don't remember its name. I just remember Dragon pops spells and traps. Falco is annoying. And Beast draws cards. That's like, and then Hedgehog searches. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't remember which one. Is this Squamata? I think it's Squamata, actually. But anyway, we see Manju get summoned. And Abyssios. Now, the interesting thing here is Abyss is going to negate the effects of all face-up monsters. So, obviously, the Senju, I call the Manju. The Senju is not going to resolve. But that means, I believe, Winda's effect is alleviated. I don't know the exact ruling of what happens if Winda's effect gets negated. If her effects become, like, skill drained. If you can special summon again. Because that is fairly relevant. I'm not sure if normal summoning Senju was the right play there. And he doesn't attack. Oh, yeah, level 5 or higher monsters can't attack. So that's probably why that was the right play. I really want to know what Squamata does. Hopefully we'll see Squamata in this duel. So, card advantage-wise, the Mermail player Gargola has Abyss Gaios, 3 cards in his hand, versus Nico Fox, who does have a Falco ready to be used, a Senju on the field in attack position, and a Winda. So Winda's going to be pretty good because it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So that's almost, and with that combined with the fact that it is stopping Gargola from special summoning a lot. Winda's going to guarantee Nico at least one more turn, and maybe 2 more turns, because Gargola decided not to deal with the Winda, which is interesting. But Nico Fox definitely winning in card advantage. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes from here. Keep in mind, if the Shaddolls are used as tribute fodder, their effects of if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect will resolve. That's why Shaddoll Prediction Princesses work so well, because Shaddolls have that synergy. So I kind of have to give the edge to the Shaddoll Nekroz deck, which is something I never thought I'd say. over Mermails right now. And Gargoyle's version of Mermails doesn't look very glass cannon-y, but in my opinion, the best version of Mermails is kind of like a better version of Fluffles, where they either OTK you or they lose. And Gargoyle's version doesn't look like it's gonna OTK you or lose. If it doesn't OTK you, it could still win. Um, that's convenient for Gargoyle. Because that's gonna allow Nico to easily out Abyss Gaius. But anyway, I actually lost my train of thought. But no, I think the best version. I remember what I was talking about. I think the best version of Mermails is OTK or bust. That's just my personal opinion. That's the version I like best. I've always liked decks that can go second best. That's why I really don't like this format. But I'll play in the format because I really like Yu-Gi-Oh like a lot. So Wind is just gonna beat right into. He's not gonna even flip summon, special summon. Nico's just gonna go right into battle phase. I guess what's cool about Falco still being here. You're not overextending. Gargoyle still has 8,000 life points, and you're in a good spot if you're Nico Fox, so overextending might cause you to be put into a bad spot. So there's that. But in my opinion, I don't see why Nico just didn't go for it. Because with the Winda is such a hard card. Oh. Winda is such a hard card for Mermails to out. I'm not sure why this card came down. I don't know. Nico Fox is not shown to have been running any legit. I mean, yeah, he runs Book of Moon, but he runs Book of Moon, D-Fissure, but those aren't set cards, and that's really what Zaphion's best against. Zaphion's also really good at being taken care of. It has to be sent from the field to the graveyard. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I agree with Zaphion being normal summoned or even in the deck in the first place. But we see a Soul Charge come down. That is going to net a lot of advantage. But how much, though? Because you can only special summon once per turn unless you plan on dealing with the Winda, which you're not going to be able to do with the Winda this turn. Unless you summon a monster that has spot removal other than destruction. And it really just seems like you cost yourself 3,000 life points for no reason. Can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah, I don't think he knows what Winda's effect is. I mean, so Gargoyle does know Winda's effect. I don't know why he didn't. I don't know why. Either he forgot about it, or I don't know. I just, in some circumstances, I will say this, in some circumstances, when it's a non-meta deck, which I consider Shaddoll's to not be a meta deck, when it's a non-meta deck, not knowing the card's effect is fine, but at the same time, when it's El Shaddoll Winda, that's, I feel like El Shaddoll Winda has kind of been relevant since Contra got banned. That's kind of what Shaddolls have turned to. They've turned to, like, dark versions of Shaddolls and, protect Winda, summon Window and protect Winda. That's kind of been what the deck's based around. So I feel like you should know, if you're playing, Dueling Book Ranked, what El Shaddoll Winda does. As far as card advantage is concerned, though, Gargoyle, I believe Gargoyle is at 6. I think Nico Fox will tie him with this draw. So Nico Fox is definitely in the driver's seat, and the fact that Gargoyle just lost 3,000 life points is kind of not very good as well. I'm still not sure why Zaphion's in the deck. I understand you can discard him for Abyss Megalo and Abyss Teus, but you can discard other water monsters as well. If that's why you're in there, if that's why he's in there, just run 7 colored fish. If that's why he's in, and maybe you use him as tribute fodder, but you can't because he absorbs your normals. I don't know why Zaphion's in there. I'm gonna be 100% honest. But we do see Falco finally come up, summoning out Hound in defense position. And we see a Spellbook of Knowledge activated, and Ash Blossom chained to Spellbook of Knowledge. So Nico is running all the techs. Nekroz is predominantly warriors with some spellcasters. Most of the effect monsters are spellcasters, and I believe most of the Shaddolls, if not all the Shaddolls, are spellcasters. So Spellbook of Knowledge, an interesting little tech there. I don't know if Nico's running Blue Boy as well and Spellbook of Secrets or whatever the searcher is, but I do actually really like the Spellbook of Knowledge tech in there. And I think Nico drew that for turn, and that's why he did the plays he was doing just now. And he's going to attack over Abysteus, do some battle damage, and you can't, really no point in attacking Zaphion. Attacking Abysslin's probably going to be a negative, and you don't, if you attack into Megalo, then Winda just dies. So life points are 4,500 to 2,500 in favor of Gargoyle. And like I said, because of Winda and her effect, can't be destroyed by card effects, can only special summon once per turn, you're really, that's going to guarantee maybe Nico Fox one more turn. The only reason I say maybe is because of Abyss Megalo's effect to attack twice. Now, Abyssland has to be destroyed, so Abyss Megalo's effect to tribute and attack twice will not trigger Abyssland's effect, which should actually be kind of broken. Gargoyle is checking his graveyard. He might have the level 5 Elemental Lord. I don't know what her name is. His name. Its name. We see Abyssland switch to attack position, attacking Nico Fox, taking 700, and Abyssland's effect is going to activate to special summon a monster. A lot of different monsters Gargoyles can go into, so I'm not even going to try to act like I know what one he's going to summon. Hound does get a search when it's flipped face up. I believe that's what the card is. I think it's any Shaddoll card. I don't remember exactly because I don't usually see Hound. It's just going to be another Abyss Megalo. Okay. And Abyss Megalo is going to attack into the Hound. And it's one Shaddoll card in your graveyard. So Falco coming back to Hound's hand. I just really don't like Hound. I don't know why Hound's in Nico's deck. I actually really like the cool techs Nico's running. Even the D-Fissure in the Shaddoll Nekroz deck. The main deck D-Fissure. Maybe this is game 2. Because I don't know why else this would be in a Shaddoll deck. And that's not legal. That's not okay. I'm pretty sure that's not okay because that's performing a special summon, and he already performed a special summon for Winda. Even if the special summon is like a kaiju, I don't think that's allowed. I guess I could be wrong on that ruling. Because Winda is going away. It's like it's being distributed for cost. But the idea is like you have to be able to, like, you can't special summon a kaiju with Vanity's Emptiness up. I guess I could be wrong, though. Because neither player seems to have any quarrels with what just happened. So I almost assume at this point that I'm wrong. But we see Big Eye summoned. And he takes a kaiju. And he said GG. Is he surrendering? Why is he saying GG? What? He said 1-1. I just think Gargoyle has got a lot of confidence thinking that your Big Eye and your Kaiju is what's going to protect you. Especially with Nico having 6 cards in his hand. And Shaddoll Fusion being live. Interesting. Interesting. So this is game 2 that we jumped in on. Which is totally fine. I still don't think that... I don't really like the D-Fissure in Shaddolls. Even if it's a small Shaddoll engine. And if it is a small Shaddoll engine, you definitely should not be running Hound. I don't think it's a small Shaddoll engine. I think it's a small Nekroz engine. I don't know what engine's the smallest because it's a 40 card deck. So one of the engines has got to be small. I don't know what it is. I'm curious as to what one card in Gargoyle's hand is. Maybe that's the card that he thinks is going to make this GG. big decision. Really big decision. This where construct would be perfect, right? So we do see a dragon, which makes sense in the deck. I'm not sure what else we're gonna see. I really want to know what Squamata does. Is this from hand or side of the field's graveyard? You can also use. So Beast will allow. So Window's coming back out. Nico's gonna draw another card. I think it's a small Nekroz engine, but I don't know how small of a Nekroz engine you're running. Like, five cards in Nico's hand. Is this opponent's card effects, or is this card effects? Cannot be destroyed by an opponent's card effects. So that's inconvenient, because if it just said cannot be destroyed by card effects, then Nico could Dark Hole here and get out scot-free. I believe Shaddoll Fusion, you can only activate one Shaddoll Fusion per turn. Never mind. I was going to say I believe Shaddoll Fusion is more than once per turn, so you can get it back off Wind of Dying off Dark Hole and then use it again. But alas. If Nico doesn't set or do it, if Nico passes with this field, he will lose, because Gargoyle can just take Window with Big Eye and attack with both of those. That's 4,400 damage. That would be game. Nico is plotting here. It's unfortunate that I can't give any better commentary, but because I'm not 100% certain on what's in Nico's deck, because he is running, I've seen Kaleidoscope, I've seen Unicorn, I've seen Shaddolls, I've seen Spellbooks. Spellbooks probably just that package, or maybe even just that card. But I've seen so many different things, I'm not sure what Nico could do. But anyway, we see two cards getting set. Now, Nico already had. I feel like this is back to that idea of those are obvious bluffs. Like, if those cards were real, you would have used them before. Big Eye taking Winda is huge in this matchup, though. Unless Nico's got something that I'm unaware of. Maybe Gargoyle doesn't run Neptibus Prince, or the Atlantean Prince. Because I haven't seen Neptibus this entire game. Falco stalls are going to happen as Falco is attacked into by Gamma Steel. That's going to bring out Dragon. I would bring out Dragon to out Winda on a flip summon and have 1900 attack monster. But Nico might bring out Hound because he really likes Hound. It's the only thing I can think of is that he really just likes Hound. Beast wouldn't be that bad either. I honestly think, and actually, Falco wouldn't be that bad. That is Falco. That is the Falco. I think Falco just summoned. I actually missed what just happened. I believe is the dragon still in the grave? No, he summoned dragon. Okay, he used dragon. Or he summoned dragon. That's what I would have done. Winda attacking into the dragon. Dragon hitting. I would go for Winda. Okay. No one likes to deal with this Winda. I feel like both Gargoyle and now Nico Fox have had opportunities to deal with Winda. Maybe Nico plans on beating it with his own Winda. But if he runs 3 Windas, this is Shaddoll Nekroz, not Nekroz Shaddolls. Like, if he's running 3 Windas, he's got to run that many targets for it. So if he's running that many targets, this is predominantly Shaddolls with a little Nekroz. And we see Nico Fox now. Neither of the sets got activated just now, like I anticipated. Nico hasn't shown any signs that he's running any trap cards at all. Not even the Shaddoll core trap cards or the other Shaddoll trap card. Certainly not anything real. And there is Raigeki and Winda doesn't get destroyed. And had Nico used Dragon's effect, Had Nico use Dragon's Effect to return Winda to his extra deck, that Raigeki would have resolved, destroying Big Eye and Gameciel. But since Gargolo doesn't realize that Winda cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects, Winda just died for no reason. That's kind of troll, because there's also a situation where you try to special summon under Winda. I don't think Gargola knows what Shaddoll Winda does, which is strange. There's the Neptopus! That being said, Gargola, misplays and all, still might win this duel simply off that. I haven't seen Dragoons yet either. Nico is in warning range. He is in strike range. That's going to put him really low, though. He's going to put him at 1,000 or 500, depending on which card he activates. It could also be a breakthrough skill or a macro cosmos is really good, too. I think this is definitely duel, too. I understand the text. It destroys Mermails, yada, yada, yada. But I just don't. I don't like macrocosmos in a Shaddoll deck. Yeah, the card. Yeah, the card would be banished. It's like with Brilliant Fusion. If Macrocosmos is changed to Netzabis. So they're arguing it right now. You can send any Atlantean card. Oh, it's a one. You can send one Atlantean card. I would just send in like another heavy infantry or just something that doesn't matter. Because right now, Neptibus, even though Neptibus is 800 attack, it's not a lot. No, but that's if he has Macrocosmos already up. I believe what he's trying to, because what he's trying to say, what Gargoyle is trying to say, and it makes sense, is that he can't. It's Neptibus's effect, the Atlantean Prince's effect is the same as Megalo's effect. Like you can't, if you activate Megalo's effect, Macrocosmos is chained. Then Macrocosmos is chained. Then he's saying he can't summon him. I don't think that's how that works, though. I'm pretty sure. Does it have to be discarded to the graveyard? I don't think so. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that if Macrocosmos is chained to Megalo or Neptibus' effect, then they still get sent. Or they would get banished instead, though. Man! Rulings for days! This is children's card game. I should have just gone to traditional. Watch 7 colored fish attack Sabersaurus with Wonder Wand attached, because it's low rated duelist. This is misplays all over the place, and there's ruling questionings like, can Winda be kaiju'd if the person kaijuing Winda has already special summoned, and where does Neptibus's thing go under Macrocosmos? I have so many questions. I feel like I have no answers. This feels like 40 minutes long. Gargoyle said GG twice. He has 2 cards in hand and a Neptibus on the field, and he's saying GG for some reason. 4, 5. That'd be a crazy way to end this thing. Oh no, what just went to the graveyard? Oh, that's a 4 and a 3. 7. Gungnir, that's right. He searched for Gungnir a while ago. That gets no. It's only monsters get banished. That doesn't get banished. Or wait, it's D-Fissure monsters. Yeah, D-Fissure's monsters. This one's any card. Right. Like exactly. Like this card has a graveyard effect. This card has a graveyard effect. This card could be graveyard fodder for Valkyris. Like, I don't understand. This isn't a good card to side in your deck. Like, I understand you're siding it to beat your opponent, but run like Skullmeister. Run something else. Like, I don't understand that at all. Meanwhile, Gungnir attacked Neptibus, and he lost 17. And Nico and Gargola lost 1,700 life points. So Nico Fox at 1,700 life points, he's in the driver's seat of the duel. He is still losing in life points though. Um, Gargoyle definitely needs to practice. I could definitely say that. And Nico Fox definitely needs to work the kinks out of this deck. But I didn't want another Zoo versus Zoo matchup. I wanted to go a little bit lower on the ratings, and here we are. There is no level 3 Synchro monster that beats over Gungnir. I don't believe there's a Link monster that beats over Gungnir either. Oh, but he could use Tatsunuka's effect. That's right. To summon, to synchro summon again. Black Rose would be interesting here because Nico Fox has one card in his hand, and if he can't stop that Black Rose, it's not gonna be Black Rose though. What's it gonna be? Coral Dragon? I feel like that's not good with the Macrocosmos up. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Interestingly enough, we knew that card Abyss Gun was in his hand because he searched it a while ago. Gargoyle searched it a while ago. He's 100 attack short. So both players have unknowns in their hand. So Coral Dragon's effect pitching Ash to destroy Gungnir. Nico Fox's back row clearly not live. I'm actually going to check the rulings a little bit, and I'll get back to you at the end of this duel, or at the end of this video. Okay, so I had my doubts and suspicions and my figurings on this. This is GCD. I don't know how credible he is. I Googled it. I went to YGO Pro's Discord server. I didn't get any responses. I didn't get any like Reddit posts or like Pojo posts or card rulings on Shaddoll Winda versus Kaijus. But like I said when I was talking about the duel, there was a monster that was special summoned, and then Winda was Kaiju. You special summon a monster. You tributing your opponent's monster to Kaiju a monster. That's a special summoning. So GCD just kind of confirmed what I already thought, that you cannot. That was an illegal play, Kaijuing Winda after the special summoning already occurred. Now I have the other ruling ready to go, but I have to wait another 230 seconds before I post another status. So we'll have to wait that long again. Okay, so I went to Dueling Book. I posted this guy. This hasn't gotten any responses. But I did type in Abyss Megalo versus Different Dimension Ground, and I got to this Pojo.biz thread. That says, performing a synchro summon does not start a chain. You cannot chain DDG to it. If DDG is already resolved, synchro summons will be banished. If you haven't activated it yet, the synchro summons would send synchro monsters to the graveyard, and then you can activate once the monster has been summoned successfully. The same principles apply to the activation of Mermail's effects. And this is kind of what Gargoyle was talking about. If Different Dimension Ground is already applied, you cannot activate the Mermail's effect. Now, for those who don't know, Different Dimension Ground says this turn any monster sent to the graveyard is banished instead. And for this situation, I think it works similar to what happened. Abyss Megalo or Neptibus was summoned, and Microcosmos was chained. What would happen? And I remember actually this literally just happened. I was playing with my Yusenju of Demise deck against the AI. The AI was playing Mermails. Neptibus was summoned. I chained Different Dimension Ground. I thought I was about to combo him off, and Dragoon still got sent to the graveyard. And it's because of that. Neptibus works the same way as Abyss Megalo. It says if this card is summoned, you send one card to the graveyard, add one card to your hand. So the cost occurs. That's the effect resolving. The cost occurs, and then the chain occurs, if that makes sense. I think there was another situation in there where the heavy infantry got banished, and if that was chaining to defissure, then heavy infantry wouldn't have gotten banished. But just like I said, this is a children's card game, but it does have its complexities in it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Um, I hope you enjoyed the video. Ignore what just happened. But most importantly, guys, have a great day.